Hey, what is good everybody? It's that one camera guy back at it again with another video for you. I'm going to be heading out in a little bit to go shoot some swim. It's the SSL finals here in my area. I'm going to head out to Bakersfield College to go and shoot. But I am going to be out there testing out a couple of lenses that people have been asking about. Some folks want to know, should you get the 70-300 G series lens or the 7200 G series lens, the F4 version? They're pretty close in price, although the F4 is a few $100s more depending on when you get it and where you buy it. But I wanted to go in and show you what I packed in my bag next. As you know, it's the Peak Design bag. We'll go ahead and jump through there quickly. As far as the top section, I've got this Peak Design strap here. Shout out to Jason Vong for giving this to me. A random RX 105 battery. I've got a couple of additional Z batteries in here in case I need it. Going from the top point here, I added in the 100-400. So I know I'm testing out the 70-300 and the 70-200 F4, but I really like this lens and I want to definitely shoot some photos using this. I brought a towel because it's a swim meet, it gets wet out there. And inside here I have my A7R3 with the 16-35 for any wide shots that I might need. I'm really liking this the 16-35 F4. I'm kind of glad I didn't go with the 2.8, although it would be nice, but the F4 is pretty good already. And here we go. This is the A7 Mark III with the 70-300. This is going to be, it's going to stay on this camera. So I've got the A9 with the 70-200 F4. That's pretty much going to be the setup. I'm going to keep those two cameras and lenses set up like that so I don't have to change out lenses out the field. I really don't want to do that just because it's really wet out there. Don't want to damage the cameras. And maybe later I might switch out to the 100-400, just depends if I need a little bit more reach or I'm trying to get some more creative shots. But folks, that's going to do it for me right now. After this I'm going to head out and head to the swim meet.
I left my heart in California. I let it go deep into the blue. I could be happy in California. I would be fine with just me and you. Now don't go changing your heart. We gotta keep the blue. We gotta keep the blue.
So I just got done shooting with the 70-300. I was using it for some relays as well as some freestyle shooting. Go ahead and see some of the images.
I lost my mind in your dreamy eyes and I let my pride go by the shore. Now at a blue moon and under dark skies, I keep on crying. Give me more. Ooh. Now don't go changing your heart. We gotta keep the blue. We gotta keep the blue. Lion heart, you got me feeling like the queen of Mars. You're giving me the double boom to my heart. You got me screaming with my hands to the gods. Ooh, lion heart, lion heart.
So I was shooting with the Sony A9 with the 70-200 F4. Is exactly what I thought was going to happen. I didn't have enough reach. Well, I felt I didn't have enough reach for some of the shots. So they'd be using about from 1 to 8 lanes. And so in order for me to go from 1 to 8 lanes, I probably would, if I'm on one end of the pool, I could probably get up to like the 4th, 5th lane. But if I got a swimmer on the very end, it's really hard to get them in the action. But overall, the A9, again, it's exactly what we expected. It works really well. I shot most of it at 10 frames per second or whatever the medium FPS burst is, just to keep it consistent and fair with the Sony A7 III. But you're going to see some of the examples. We've already seen one in a previous video that I did. The image quality is really good with the 70-200. You're not going to be disappointed, but I guess the idea is to sort of compare it with I think I'm going to go in and switch out to the Sony a7R III and the 100-400 after this, just because I can. That's why I brought the 100-400. It's going to give me a lot more flexibility over these two lenses that I have here, the 70-300. What's really nice though, compared to the 100-400 for example, is that extra 30 millimeters on the wide end. So if you're shooting swim, for example, you get about 30 millimeters back. So that 70 millimeters to the 100 millimeters does make a little bit of a difference when you're shooting. So we're going to see that today and see how well it goes. I might do a little mix. I might do the 100-400 as well as the 16-35 and pair those two up and get some close action shots. But I don't know if you've seen Hey, what is good everybody? It's that one camera guy. So I just finished shooting for the day. There's probably still like another hour or so of swim going on, but I'm pretty gassed. I'm tired already. It was really hot today. No overheating, by the way, by any of the cameras, and they were indirect sunlight here and there, depending on whether or not the clouds pass by. But if you're looking to do swim, if you haven't shot swim before and you wanted some advice and some guidance as far as like what lens to pick, I think if you shoot with APS-C, the 70-300 is the better lens to go with. Now, if it's indoor swim, I'd probably push you towards the 70-200 F4 if those were your only two choices, if that makes any sense, because the F4 is going to give you better low light performance depending or not if the indoor swimming pool has any good lighting or not. But outdoor stuff during the daytime or late afternoon, I think you're going to be really happy with the 70-300 because of the reach with APS-C. With full frame, if you have a full frame camera, the 70-300 is not bad. It's like a middle ground between that and the 100-400. I think you can definitely still get some good reach and control over your shots. But if you want a one lens to sort of do it all for you, the 100-400 is sort of the one I would urge for you to take a look at, because that one gives you a lot of flexibility and reach and more creative options in your shooting of swim. That's the way I would look at it. So I guess it would sort of fall into any more outdoor sports. Again, I'm a big fan of the 100-400, although I am curious to see how well the 70-300 came out today shooting with that. So we're going to see how those images look like on the computer a little bit later, or you might have already seen them pop up on the screen, so that way you can decide for yourself which one you want to get, the 70-300 or the 70-200. Folks, that's going to do it for me in this video. If you found it helpful, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe, and check out my other content. And with that said, I'm your host, that one camera guy, and I'll catch you on the next video.
The first time we talked